got a rivalry game on deck, and these two fan bases have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you got to think this will be a little contentious. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. And the Demon Deacons will put toe to leather and will get started. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense will be first on the attack. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Tar Heels come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Lopez to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Another incompletion on third down. The Tar Heels will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Demon Deacons offense will go to work for the first time. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards, and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to.
It'll be a run on third and short. Runs through a tackle and runs through another guy. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. The Demon Deacons will snap it on first and 10. Quick release on the RPO. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Demon Deacons are on the move. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Vic. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They're down to the 20, first and 10. From the gun to give, looking for room. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
He's going to run it. Short gain on the play before he slides.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line, it confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing.
Up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Lopez wants to fire. Finds the tight end. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field.
They stripped it out. And the ball goes out of bounds. The offense maintains possession with no gain on the play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Still running at the 40. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends, because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. On the move to his left. Slithers into space. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Wake Forest has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Russell. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
This time they'll go to the running game. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UNC! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Texas A&M is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly making this easy for the 12th man. This is a tight one in College Station. They're up by 7 over Florida. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Bryant. Under fire. He's going to take off. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Finds his tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Finds some fresh air. Breaks into the open. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll go with a quick touch pass. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Now on second down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to sling it on second down. Bring in the heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's got an open man. Still on his feet. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Takes the handoff. It's Carney. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. He'll try to make up for that last one on second and 15. It's Bryant. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Wake Forest. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Russell. Brought him out. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. To the air on first down. Fires one high and deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Wants to fire on second down. Forced out of the pocket. Got a little space.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Listen, at this point, at the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the offense on second down. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Fires to the big fella. They convert the fourth down, but back to the line with no time to waste.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they...
Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Lopez to pass. This time on target. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Operating in the red zone here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He caught it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Tar Heels!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Bringing it back. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The option look. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
And the Tar Heels will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football time out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. The Demon Deacons will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. They want to run it left here. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Now the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Catch in the middle, it's Culliver. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Leaves it with the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
And the Tar Heels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Lopez wants to fire. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. It is perfect. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Takes a hit as he fires. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fighting off the defender. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down. And the Demon Deacons line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks it in at the 40. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Lopez to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his 2nd right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. He's looking to pass. He's got it on the run. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, North Carolina!
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Barnes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Bryant. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Vic. Made a defender miss. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's a heat. He slips a tackle. He'll take a deep shot here. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The RPO, it's complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Looking to take a shot. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Scanning the field, it's Bryant. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incomplete.
Fires deep toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Russell. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. With the catch, it's Culliver. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. The give to the back. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. The Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Creates a little space. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Tar Heels are flying down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat.
Just steamrolling the defense. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And here comes the offense on second down. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. It'll be 3rd and long. Makes the catch. It's Ship. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. The Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. Pulls it in, it's Vick. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Vick. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. And the Demon Deacons come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw again. Moves around to clear up the vision. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. So now it's 2nd and long. Let's send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
That's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
With the game at hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.